ඔබ හැමදාම කරන දේ කරොත් ඔබට ලැබෙන ප්‍රතිඵලය හැමදාම ලැබෙන දේම තමයි. හැබැයි ඔබ වෙනස් දෙයක් කරොත් ඔබට ලැබෙන ප්‍රතිඵලය වෙනස් දෙයක් වේවි. ඇයි බලාගෙන ඉන්නේ? වෙනස් දෙයක් ගැන හිතන්න. වෙනස් දෙයක් කරන්න. Surely make an impact. You can be the change you want to see. Hi everyone, welcome to Business Bureau, where we bring the latest news from around the island and around the world. With that, we cross over to our special segment, Talk with the Boss. Mr. Asoka, කුඩා කාලයේදී ඔබ මොන වගේ සිහිනයක්ද දැක්කේ?
ඒක නම් කියන්න අමාරුයි. නමුත් සිහින ගොඩක් දැක්කා. මට හිතුණා මේ කවදා හරි රටට වැඩදායි පුරවැසියෙක් වෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා. ඒ සිහිනේ තමයි. නමුත් ඒ ගැන මේ විස්තර ඇත්තට කියන්න තරම් මේ සිහින එච්චර ලොකු සිහිනයක් නෙවෙයි.
What are the failures you have faced in life?
Well, failures are numerous, but I feel that all those failures were overcome, some with a lot of effort, some with ease, and I am sure that all successful people have overcome majority of the failures, but it's difficult to pinpoint any particular failure. But of course I don't keep track of failures. I actually keep track of the successes and I build on that.
That's wonderful. So you keep track of the success stories but not the failures. But I'm sure you have learned a lot of things from your mistakes. What are the tips you can give to our viewers of how to overcome the failures, forget about the failures and to become successful?
Well, I think failures are part and parcel of any success story, because that tells you exactly what are the pitfalls of any activity, any goal. So sometimes when people achieve these successes, if they don't really go through failures, I don't think it's a real success, because I think then you are strengthened once you achieve that success. So I think it's a matter of it's not a failure, it's to strengthen your success. So I feel that we have to look at in a positive way. We should look at all problems or hurdles as part of the success story, and to look at the bigger picture. And I believe that every problem has at least one solution, and many problems have more than one solution. So you should not be disheartened when you are found with a hurdle or a problem, because you should be thinking positively, because there's always at least one solution. So if you think of that way, I think the hurdles become not failures but challenges.
So every problem will definitely have a solution.
I strongly believe that.
What is a turning point in your life?
Well, one major thing was that my father, with very little money and not being an old boy of St. Thomas's, he and my mother somehow managed to get me admitted to St. Thomas's Mount Lavinia. That I feel one of the big turning points. And I also think the other is the time that I went to university in the US, when I was admitted to Northwestern University, and I thought that was another turning point, where none of my family members had attended any American university except for my grand uncle Valpara Rahula. I thought that was also a turning point that gave me a different perspective to life. So those two things I felt were clearly, distinctively had an impact on my life.
What is the naughtiest thing you have ever done in life?
It's difficult to say, because I've done a lot of naughty things. Of course, some things cannot be told on television. So, but I can vividly remember having a sip from my father's those days arak shot, and taking his cigarette butt and rolling it on a paper, smoking it. But there are many other ones which I'm unable to say it on television. But I think there is an age that you have to be naughty. If you're not naughty, you haven't really lived your life. There is an age where you have to do certain things.
Experience is something really important. Now I would like to ask you, what are the obstacles you have faced in life?
Well, as I said, obstacles I don't really remember or memorize, right? But however, I feel running an Ayurvedic business day to day is a huge problem, because even though this country has a tradition of 5,000 years of Ayurvedic practice, still you still get the stepmotherly treatment. Sometimes you feel, if my father had started this business in Germany or US, he would have been the biggest businessman in the world, because he is promoting a concept that the whole humankind appreciates, especially in the developed world. But so I think every day when I go to office, I have to fight with certain authorities to say this is our heritage. Why do you have to prove this? This all the great grandfathers of this country have used it. No one has been affected negatively. So I see these are day-to-day obstacles.
There aren't anything called obstacles if you believe in yourself. Start looking at the issues, the challenges and the obstacles in a positive way. So you don't have to celebrate your failures, but you'll be able to celebrate your success stories. Welcome back to Business Bureau Talk with the Boss. Mr. Asoka, what are the tips you would like to give to our entrepreneurs?
Well, I think nowadays entrepreneurs have a lot of opportunities. There are fewer restrictions on what you can do. And with the advent of these new technologies, internet and e-commerce, I think there are tremendous opportunities to think out of the box, to do things that others have not even thought of. Now, I can tell you, long years ago, when my father was going to school by bicycle from Imaduva to Matara, he used to, by bicycle, deliver the medicines that my grandfather would prescribe to patients. Now, even that, it was, I thought it was a groundbreaking thing maybe 65 years ago for someone to do home delivery. Now today, with the advent of technology, you can start any business. There are no restrictions, and I think people must really look at how the world is going. How, 15 years ago when Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook, I mean, these are people who really are, at that time, were not considered brainy people. So I think there are tremendous opportunities. They must go beyond the traditional boundaries of doctor, engineer, accountant, teacher, whatever, because there are plenty of opportunities, plenty of fields, and you must always think there are no boundaries, I would say. I mean, it's only up to your imagination. You asked me the question what I was dreaming those days. Those days the dreams were very limited. I mean, you didn't, there was no internet, there was no cable TV. So you dreamt of what you knew of, what you have read of. Today, minutes you can dream of being in the most beautiful palace or whatever, because it's on internet, right? It's on cable TV, and so I think there are tremendous opportunities. But I feel today the youth has got into a bad habit of I need this, I need that, I need that. This type of attitude will not help any entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are people who work with what they have. Entrepreneurs are people who are not looking to get help from ABC person, get help from I need this. Entrepreneurs don't do that. Entrepreneurs are people, I have this, I will build on that. and that culture must come in. So to ask your question, what opportunities? We have tremendous opportunities, but I think the attitude of the Sri Lankan entrepreneur going to be entrepreneurs must change. They must look at what they have and build on that. Not that what I am going to get until I start becoming entrepreneur. That will never happen. Steve Jobs didn't ask for anything else. He started in his garage. I mean, best of Sri Lankan entrepreneurs, they didn't wait for someone to come and give, here, this is what you need. They built on what they had, then people came in. So I think there's a lot of opportunity.
Dream big to achieve big. But remember, start building right now with what you have and do not start complaining for what you don't have. දේශීය ප්‍රබල විවසායකෙක් විදියට රටට දෙන්න කැමති පණිවිඩය කුමක්ද?
ඇත්තටම මට හිතෙනවා දැන් මේ රට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ යම් සම්දිස්ථානයකට. මොකද ආසියාවේ තියෙන ප්‍රබලත්වයේ ලෝක ආර්ථිකය කියලා බලනකොට දැන් ඒක සියලු දෙනා පිළි අරගෙන තියෙනවා. එතකොට මේක දැන් මේ හරවන්න විදියක් නැහැ. මේ ඉදිරි අනාගතේ. ඉතින් අපි ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ව්‍යවසායක හැටියට මේකෙන් ප්‍රයෝජන ගන්න ඕනේ. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ ආසියාවට බඩු දෙන්න අපි කාලයක් ආසියාව අමතක කරලා තිබුණා. ඉතින් දැන් අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ කොහොමද ආසියාවත් එක්ක ගනුදෙනු කරන්න කියලා. මොකද අපේ ගනුදෙනු ඔක්කොම තිබුණේ යුරෝපයට, ඇමරිකාවට. මේ ආසියාවත් එක්ක ගනුදෙනු කරන්න ටිකක් අමාරුයි. මොකද ඒහෙත් ඉන්නේ අපේ වගේම අය. අපිට අපේ වගේම මේ වංගු දාලා යන්න පුළුවන් අය තමයි ආසියාවෙත් ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් දැන් ඒ අයත් එක්ක ගනුදෙනු කරන්න අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ඊළඟ දශකයේ අවුරුදු 20 දේශීය ව්‍යවසායකයට දියුණු වෙන්න නම් අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ ආසියාවත් එක්ක ව්‍යාපාර කරන්න. ආසියාවත් එක්ක ව්‍යාපාර කරන්න බැරි ආයතන වලට අනාගතය දිහා මට එච්චරම සුබවාදීව බලන්න විදියක් නැහැ. අපේ ආයතනය ඇතුළු අපි ආසියාවේ රටවල් සමග ගනුදෙනු කරන්න මම හිතන්නේ අපේ ව්‍යවසායක පුරුදු වුණොත් අනාගතය සුබයි කියන එක තමයි මට කියන්න.
Mr. Asoka, you're a person who believes in healthy lifestyle. There's a saying, health is wealth. ඔබ මොකද හිතන්නේ ඒ පිළිබඳව?
ඇත්තටම කුමන තරාතරමගේ පුද්ගලයෙක් වුණත් තමන්ගේ සෞඛ්‍ය, your health is extremely important, because health is something that you cannot buy. Health is, you can be the wealthiest person. Now you saw when Mr. Steve Jobs was diagnosed of cancer. I mean, one of the wealthiest persons in the world, but I mean, he had to succumb to this illness. So I think these factors have clearly now shown health is number one. And I believe natural health, good health coming from Ayurvedic practices, yoga, meditation is of utmost importance, because it is what suits human beings. Because we need to inculcate that, even though it is part of our culture, we have lost it. We have lost it. So we want to inculcate that and to make our population healthy. Healthy using our Ayurvedic concepts. Because we still, maybe because of our colonial era, we still have lot of attachments to so-called colonial activities. But even the Western world, the developed world, have now embraced these traditional practices. So I mean, why not we go back and rekindle ourselves with our own heritage, and we do it with certain style, certain level of luxury. This is why this property was created, to promote medical tourism. Even for Sri Lankans now, you can come here and get Ayurvedic treatment and get treatment from our hospital, and in a more luxurious environment at a different level. As you can see the facilities here, we have gyms, the yoga center, meditation center. These are all things in a luxury environment. And I think at the end of the day, if we can create even a small impact in the Sri Lankan society, I think we have achieved something.
That's a wonderful message. We need to make an impact, and also as Sri Lankans, we should make sure that we embrace the Sri Lankan and the natural traditions. A strong brand name is something really important for your company. Siddhalepa has a wonderful, fantastic brand name. We would like to get to know about the strong brand name.
Well, strong brand name comes with what you deliver. Over a period of time, you must deliver tangible results to your consumers. So what my father started actually from my grandfather's time from 1934, he actually delivered a brand promise, delivered relief to people. When they had aches and pains, when they had colds, Siddhalepa delivered. And I think any company to build on brand means you must first deliver in your promise. So we had done a lot of things to groundbreaking, innovative things to contribute to this strength of the brand. And as I said, the brands can only survive if you deliver on your promise. The promise is Sama Gedarakama Sitiya Yuthu Weda Mahattaya. And that promise applies to small house, to big house, to houses in Sri Lanka, to the world, to this universe, outside the universe. So even that brand promise is such a unique one, which I think will apply for another thousands of years. I mean, because there is no restrictions. So I think there is a tremendous amount of responsibility that we have to deliver that promise. So Veda Mahattaya is a figure that provides relief for general day-to-day problems, lifestyle problems. So this is what Siddhalepa delivers. And I see even your MTV has every home, every heart, right? And I think it's similar to that. It doesn't say every home in Sri Lanka or every heart of young or old. So Veda Mahattaya in every house is something like that. So it comes, you're building on that responsibility, and you have to deliver day in, day out. And this is what we do. We want to create a healthy population in Sri Lanka as well as in the world.
We would like to get to know about this fantabulous location, Anarva.
Well, Anarva is our latest creation, and it is done in the frame of promoting medical tourism, Ayurvedic medical tourism, because there are lots of Europeans, Westerners who would like to come and get Ayurvedic treatment for long-term care in a different setting. So we have created this concept where they are in a more luxury environment, but with all the traditional treatments, with Ayurvedic treatments, with yoga, meditation, health food, with exercises. So this is a unique opportunity. This is the first of its kind, and I believe that even Sri Lankans, people who are now looking at improving their health through this traditional means, will certainly will look into these options. We are working with Sri Lankan insurance companies to include this into their insurance, and we are already working with many international hospital chains, insurance companies, and this I think is a tremendous boost for Sri Lanka tourism also, because it's all year round. Health is, in any case, as you asked me previously, is in the 1 or 2 of priority of every individual. So, and if this concept is promoted, this utilizes Sri Lankan herbs, Sri Lankan knowledge, and tremendous value addition to the country, on top of our hospitality. So I hope this concept becomes a mainstay in providing medical tourism to the world over, people who are looking at being better, looking better, by using natural, traditional methods of treatment.
Make sure you make a strong brand name and start working on it, because when you develop, the country develops as well. Wish you all the best.